Okay. So like for this, right, I think let me just I need to use my laptop first. Give me a minute. So like anyone has choose the topics or like anyone has started with it? Panimala.
Yes, actually, I have started, but still I am reconsidering these options because I have selected multiple options, and till now I am not very sure which option would give fruitful result.
Okay, but like
So
you choose multiple options. This is like you have started implementing, or how is it?
no, basically I'm collecting the resources. So based on my confidence zone, I have selected two, and I'm
Okay.
collecting resources. So basically, I'm trying to figure it out which can give better result than so-called research papers. That is the most
But
tricky
I think
part.
here, I think their intention is for us to choose a topic and then go
Correct.
through few research papers and then identify this, right? I think they won't look for the I'm like the implementation they will look for it, but may not be looking into the percentage of accuracy and other things.
I
So I
think uh, that is a kind of silent expectation. Otherwise, see, for example, we are selecting a model and selecting a paper. On that paper, we are trying to emphasize or trying to estimate at the very beginning that okay, see, the accuracy is very low, or it is not regularized properly. That is our observation. If it is our observation, then somehow we need to improve those parameter in our implementation, right?
okay. So I think
Otherwise,
to start with, I was using the Athens to get the research paper. So I chose one topic. Okay, so I think mine was like around wildlife classification.
Mhm.
So what I had done, I
Correct.
just went through the Athens. Is it Athens, right? I think yeah. I think where you just need to use your bit ID reset. I mean, like you can use your bit ID. If it is not logging, then you can just do a reset password, and then you'll able to
Correct.
access it. From there, like you can look for topics over there. Okay, so I think I'm trying to like get my teams as well. It is to show like what I have done. So from there, like I choose three topics. Like our team choose three topics, and then from there we just form the table which they were asking. So they were just asking us to see what is the network use, depth of the network, and apart from it, like yeah, I think based up that is the first thing, right? I think they want us to compare three
Correct.
papers with this metrics as loudest evaluation metric. So that should be simple, I believe. I mean, like that should be like a straightforward one. At least like how to find the papers, we can use Athens. Okay, why it is not logging in? Okay, I think one is taking time. And then part B, they want to implement one. So for now, we have only gone through the RNN, right? Sorry, CNN only. So I think my implementation will be like only in the CNN. We'll try to take something from the Kaggle and then like see how this is implemented. RNN and transformers, I think we have not gone through that till now. So either you can do one of the implementation. So just put down. Oh, it
Yeah,
is
that's
taking-
correct.
Let me just log in as well. Okay, so like how about others? Like anyone else has proceeded? Veena, like Saurabh, or Sanath, Satish.
So we chose three papers, but yet to go through it.
Okay. So just to you have choose three topics. Okay. So I think this session probably like I think we can just do the first part, like at least like to show how to like take the three papers, create this comparison table, I believe. If anyone has done the implementation part, I think then we can take it in the next hour. Panimala, you want to add up something?
Yeah, so like how to get data set for that research papers.
Yeah, we definitely can. Like you
Okay.
said, that
The most
So let, I think if the data set is there, then you can take it up. Let me just see if we can just try to find something in the Athens.
Okay, the data set itself available inside OpenAthens, sir.
Yes, they sometimes, yeah, they are providing the data set as well. So we are supposed to get the data set from the papers only.
Can you show any demo for that? Because I searched many research paper, like I have chosen speech recognition. So like
Okay.
while searching, like data set is difficult for me to get. Uh,
Okay, so what I used was I used ChatGPT to put this get the paper link in the sense that is like paper numbers or paper ID. From there, and then I went to the Athens to get the detail. Okay, or like I think just me let me share my screen. I think
That is one option. Other option is you can search in Kaggle also for the data set. You are not getting it directly from paper, right? You can take it from
exact data set like we can get from Kaggle.
we just need
Like
to use the same method. It's not mandatory to use the same data set. Only the
okay,
method we need to use the same. Out of 3 papers, 1 paper we need to choose, and that method we need to implement.
but I think
okay.
this data set they're asking for all, I believe.
Uh, Really, for 3 papers we have to collect the data set also.
URL if public data set.
Only the URL, right?
If it is a
URL,
public
if it
data
is
set.
available in public domain, yeah. Only the URL it's needed.
And dataset use. They just give the dataset use. Okay. Share my screen. Yeah, Iran. It's taking time. Yes. And here, like I think, let me see. It is taking time. Oh, okay. Chandan, you want to share your screen or? Let's see. Okay, I think I almost got it. Just give me a minute.
My screen is not ready.
Okay, okay. I think I almost got it. Just give me. Okay. You can see my screen. So you're saying speech recognition, right? I think which one you took?
Speech recognition only. Like I'm taking the automatic speech recognition on paper, right?
Okay, so what I did was
Like,
I think there is something called Libre speech which you can
uh, yeah, I saw. But I don't know how to took the data.
I think it's available to download.
or how you guys just like I just showing my method like what I did, but you can also like say like which is easy or something.
Okay, here I would like to share my opinion. See, you rather go backward direction instead of going forward direction. That is, don't select a paper randomly. You select a paper with some judicial decision. That means you first collect a paper, collect a data set. You first collect a data set.
Okay.
In fact, collect a possible approach, entire solution, maybe GitHub or somewhere else in your prescribed domain, maybe speech recognition or anything else. Then try to find out relevant work on that area, and then select papers. So what will happen eventually? The dataset will be under your control, and it doesn't matter what dataset that people have used in the paper. Okay, so your dataset may be different than the dataset that paper has used, because most of the time, maybe 90% time, The people who have in the paper, the author may not disclose the source of the data.
May or may
if
not.
you may or may not, correct. So if you select the paper at the first hand, you will always start with the data set.
But is it the data set mandatory? Okay, I think. Okay, I think they just gave this paper here only. So. Oh my God. Athena, right? Athena. Okay, what was the name here? I think they were asking us to use.
I think A, tier 3, and he is Ethan, sir.
Open Athens.
Let me try to find the exact spelling.
Ah, yeah, got it. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's how Veena you have done? Like you have went backwards or how you had done?
Yeah, I did this approach. I went to Kaggle, took a means I choose a subject, went to Kaggle, took the data
Okay.
set, then I choose the paper based on that.
Correct.
You also selected speech recognition, huh?
With CNN, the same. If you type for paper in Google, you will get some open paper, and then you can check the same in IEEE or any of these libraries, right? You can search and get more papers.
But does it matches? Like we need to say like this one matches with that, or this is only for implementation?
This is only for implementation.
Okay,
one more thing, in Kaggle, like they taken the input from Kaggle itself. So how can we
are only using the data set, right? The method we will be using what is mentioned in the paper, but you will get the good accuracy if you go with this approach, because they have already tried it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, some pointers will be always there. You can fine tune few of the hyperparameters, and you will be getting different result. And if you get better result, that is great. Even if you get equal kind of result, that is also okay as per the goal of the assignment.
Okay. But here they're saying each paper give a data set. This is what they have mentioned, right? Each paper, just give it by paper.
Can you show the text exactly? Probably not. Okay.
Is that for each paper?
See, here data set is one of the parameter it is expected. Now, it may be there, it may be there, may not be there. So eventually, the model will be making, other parameters we can compare, but data set may be there, may not be there. That is one of the parameter out of many. But if we consider that's a mandatory requirement, that is very, very tough. Very, very tough, because we may not get the source of the data.
For all the papers, because they will not put the papers.
Yes.
Yeah, I can take one which I have currently.
For URL if public data.
Oh, what is that?
They're saying URL if public data set. If not,
yes, URL if public data set. Correct.
Okay, so here like I was using this like wildlife one. So here you see I can get accuracy and other things.
Yes.
Accuracy diagrams.
Right.
and what they use, and then like what this is what like they're saying, right? This what is the method they have used for CNN, what they have used. This is what like I think if you see here, I think they are looking for these parameters. Network
Yes.
uses CNN. Depth of the network, I think, yeah, we can try to find, and then so loss function performance parameters. I think we just need to go through these papers only. So here dataset may be available, may not be available.
Correct.
So they have used dataset uses iWildCan. So this is what they have given, right? So iWildCan, we can just search it in a Google and then find the dataset.
Yes.
Yeah, I think then this is fine, right? This they have used this iWildCan. So we can just give this as a dataset. So I think it should most probably it should be available in the paper because there is a section called data collection where they will give like from where they have collected this. Panimal, you want to show your
model
paper?
If we
What all?
talk about, it is not my system. Right now, I'm not in front of system.
Yeah. Okay. Your Panimala, because she was also saying like she has found some papers, right? I think do you want to share Panimala?
Yeah, I have three data, like IEEE papers, three, but data set only I'm struggling to
Okay.
search.
Okay, maybe you can share your screen. Let's see, like I think, how the paper looks like in your side. Because I also
Yeah.
try to find like 5 to 6 papers where the
Yeah.
network was not given, so I have to reject it and then take the other papers.
Yeah,
So it is not all the
sure.
papers. I think it is readily available.
Is my screen is visible, Ji?
Yes.
So downloaded 5 papers.
Okay. Yeah, you can put. I mean, you can just take one and see.
Okay.
From where, these papers, how you are searching for these papers?
I took from Google Scholar.
Okay.
How you are searching? Can you show once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I'm searching like Google Scholar, and here I'm searching speech recognition using RNN, and from here seated by like a high members are seated only. I have took.
Okay.
So I took this one also. And so like here we cannot able to get the paper. So for that I search on YouTube. At the time I got this website, SciHub.
No, download their top side some PDF option I saw. But how you're downloading? Go
You can use this Science Hub.
SciHub. Yeah. So with the help of SciHub, we have to copy paste the DOI number.
What? Oh, this number, DOI number.
DOI, this number.
You can use Open Athens as well.
I need to check Open Ethan also, but I not yet check.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, this is one way like we can take as well.
Yeah, we can download from here.
Okay, like this you do.
You can also
Which is
download
also
it.
providing some library, right? Are there any papers there?
But Google Scholars, you are saying we can't download, right? It is only.
No, I think Google Scholar also download is there. You go to that one, I saw actually some top side, left side, actually some PDF is there.
Okay.
Go up.
Yeah, this one you are the.
Just try, no?
You do not have access to this PDF.
Access through the institution. Click on the
access
access to the institution.
Okay.
Yeah,
just
provide
put
the bits.
No.
Bits
No. Not bits actually. I think we need to give like what is that?
Birla Institute.
Birla. Type Birla.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Birla. So Birla, like then it is like we have this
Open Athens also came.
Right.
No, नीचे है ना Bill Institute पिला नहीं है there.
Click on the Open Athens only. Yeah. Now give your credentials of the
user ID.
Correct.
I don't know my password, open Ethan password.
Okay, you can. It's a normal e-learn ID.
It's a normal bits ID and password. Your Gmail.
E-learn,
Bits Gmail.
whatever you use for
The
e-learn, you
Gmail
can use it.
ID, yeah?
Yes, the
Not
bits Gmail
Gmail.
ID, the whatever you have, you can use that.
Okay, you can try that.
But it is bits open asset. Will it work? Normal ID. I think bits ID only it will work.
No, you need to give the bits ID. You have to log into the bits Gmail, right? If you have bits
Yeah.
Gmail ID, right? You need to give
Yeah.
that's email ID and password, whatever you have.
The two password not
You can
working.
okay, you can reset the password.
No, you can use your Gmail password, no? Whatever password that you have for your Gmail. You can.
Yeah. If it doesn't work, then you can use the reset password till when the link you get.
Sorry, Ji, I took some time for this.
Okay, no problem.
Let me open my.
A new password only have to give. I think they have given, no? They send to your mail ID, I think. No. You need your mail ID, you go and reset to open Athena password, no? That you click. No, on that mail you have to click, no?
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to open the email. It will give a resetting. First mail.
The first one mail. You go click
Okay.
first one mail.
First mail.
Yeah, first one. Yeah, click. Yeah, here you click it. Now set the password.
So here you can just give the speech recognition, then it should.
Fingerprint.
Yeah, I think that's the IEEE one, right?
Actually, okay.
Okay. Yeah. You just give speech recognition CNN, put CNN. Sometimes it will have multiple things. Yeah, let it come. Let it come. Yeah, you can click on the PDF. PDF, yeah.
Wow, great.
So here it will open this and then
So, data set, how we are getting data
yeah,
set
just
from
search here, search there. In the in the PDF. You have the PDF,
here?
right?
Yeah, yes.
Just search for here, just scroll down or search for data set. So they are given a public data set, right?
Okay.
Emotion.
Emotion 01.
Emotion one, yeah, this is a public data set. So now you search emotion one on Google, then it will have the one. Okay, or maybe like we need to quote it more or something.
No, that is not proper, I think. That's searching. It will not make out, no. See, for what purpose this it is, you have to write clearly. Data set for CNN algorithm, something you have to write it. Something
This
you have
one,
to
right?
write
It
it.
will,
First
yeah.
Emotion recognition test, yeah.
So this all like you get now you have data set now.
Ultimately, it is tracking, going back to Kaggle only.
Here only we can download as
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No, you don't need to download for now, right? I think you just need to give the link, data set
Yeah.
link there, and
But
then for the code you can.
For the code you require the data to download.
Yeah, you can just click on the code. Code, that is the code, right?
Code, yeah,
First one is
code.
that-
Left side. No. That Kaggle has left side. You go. Code is
Code.
data set. Yeah, code you see, and data set also top is there. Oh, wow, so many.
No, I think you went back. I think can you go back? Okay, go one more time. Just go inside the data set. Yes. Here, like there's a lot of implementation, right? So you need to choose this implementation. I think then it is okay. So at least like we get a data set, then we can take this implementation with a CNN.
Yeah, yes.
And only Kaggle code only is available. All the three model, huh?
Correct.
Then
Kaggle is
Kaggle only we have to run.
See here one thing you need to understand, that in the Kaggle there is a data set and the code given in the Kaggle, these were contributed by various people. It may be linked or may not be linked with the original paper. Okay, here individually we can also contribute with our own codes. So these codes will definitely help us to implement our own architecture or own model. But this code may not be linked with actual paper that we are going for citation.
Yeah.
Okay, so from the paper, you got the data set, great. And then we need to capture the output of the paper, that what are the achievements and what are the conclusion they are drawing in terms of accuracy, in terms of number of layers, or in terms of approaches, whatever they are doing. So those things we can extract from the paper. We will be comparing multiple papers and we will try to follow either similar approach or different approach. Our goal will be towards our observation. Now here is another keyword, observation. So our observation should be again backward conclusion we need to draw, that what we are trying to conclude, what we would like to achieve. That depends on our some kind of intuition or our anticipation that, okay, we are going to increase the accuracy, or we are going to do something either similar or different.
Computation time, we wanted to see how fast we can do it.
Absolutely.
That accuracy, computation time, how many layer we can do, those parameters we have to make it up like this multi-layer hyperparameter we have to take out so many, that we have to look out. So maybe all the parameter we cannot optimize. Some 3-4 parameter we can do.
Yes. Even one parameter would be adequate. Because this enhancement itself is not a straightforward option. It is actually it's a research problem, right? It is not a very straightforward thing.
Yeah, that too, maybe it can happen also. If you try to optimize 2 parameters, performance will go down, and other cases one performance will go up. So you cannot look for everything in one particular algorithm or anything. It is not possible at all.
Yes. Absolutely. You're correct. Absolutely correct. Absolutely. In fact, regeneration of the same scenario as the paper done, that itself is a big challenge in industry, at least. At first we regenerate, then we try to optimize few parameters or 1-2 parameters. That creation, regeneration itself is a big challenge in industry.
Maybe we can think that in a particular paper, maybe they are using this algorithm and looking for this particular parameter to optimize. So as per that, we have to see in the Kaggle also partitioning port, we will see that one. Like this, 2-3 papers, we will see how it is behaving. Then we will look for another one more parameter, whether we can see this parameter also. That way we have to just manipulation has to do.
Yes, so that's why I started talking few tricks. But I don't know whether that will be, if you want to spend more time, that is okay. But there are a few tricks we can follow. That first you can select a data set. You select an implemented code, already implemented code, maybe GitHub or Kaggle from anywhere. And then try to find out paper inclination with that implementation. It is entirely reverse process.
But that may not match actually. Paper.
It will. I'm saying you why. Because, for example, you are going for a image classification, let's say a zoo animal classification or wildlife classification. Now, final goal, what is the goal? The goal is very simple, that it will classify correctly, right? Now, in your implementation, you might have taken 5 animals, and the paper they might have taken different set of 5 different animals. It is always okay. But your result and their result, you'll be comparing in terms of accuracy, in terms of model regularization, in terms of depth of the model, depth of layers. So those parameters will be always comparable. Okay, but again, I'm not saying to as it is implement, GitHub or Kaggle implementation. Already we can work out that so that we can compare or we can tune a few of the hyperparameters so that we can get a better result in terms of regularization or accuracy or something. But that will give a totally much more controllable project. It is not an uncontrollable, because if you start from the paper, it will be quite uncontrollable things.
Yeah, only thing what we need actually how to fine tune those hyperparameter. We can play around those things. Just if you can give those tricks, that will help us.
Yes, I think that we will go for second or third discussion when we're talking about optimization. Because here, see, if you take in the Kaggle itself, there are 5 different codes, means 5 different authors has tried in their own way, and they have achieved something. And we can always, there is a scope of, you see the code, see all those different code repositories are there. It means 11 people has contributed their code here. Some code is, their approaches may be different or their conclusion may be different. So from here itself, we will be getting a quite good intuition that which approach we would like to prefer and we would like to go forward. Now, once we decide this, then search paper into inclination of this conclusion. That, okay, we are only focusing on computational complexity or timing complexity or resource complexity. Somebody can focus, no, we will be going for accuracy. Somebody can focus, okay, we will be going for regularization. So I will be looking only for papers which are talking about regularization. So in this way, you are going actually reverse, but result is already in your hand and you just need to find out right papers. Now,
question is that in the canvas, whether they told what exactly we have to look for?
Exactly. So that is the reason you are tuning here. If you are talking about model complexity, then your paper, you will be selecting those paper only for those parameters. In the canvas, they have indicated 5, 6, 7 parameters. That is, accuracy, model depth, all those parameters we can compare between 3 papers. And we can focus 1 or 2 parameters that we are trying to implement or we are trying to observe in our implementation. Okay, there are a few more tricks, but I think when you are looking for paper, don't look for good paper, because always good paper will be complex. Look for Indian authors. That will give you a lot of citation. And those citation and references will lead you to a different implementation. So if you select only one paper, that is adequate to find another 5 papers in the similar domain. So instead of randomly searching, once you select the paper, you go to the reference of that paper, and there itself you will be getting references of another 5-6 papers. So select from there instead of another random search in Google or somewhere. Okay, is it making sense?
Yeah, that is a good idea. Yes.
Yes, so if you go your paper, just for a discussion sake, if you open your paper, suppose you have identified that paper, you can open that paper. Suppose in any case, we are assuming this paper you have loved and you have selected this paper, and you need to find out another 2 or 3 papers in similar domain, correct?
Yeah,
so go to the reference, and here itself you will be getting good references which are relevant with this paper only. Okay, so take references, but as per my personal opinion, I am saying it is not a great paper selection because it is a complex paper. You have taken a world-class implementation, and it will be tough to compare. It is my casual opinion, right? I am not serious on that. You can definitely go if you want to devote time and experiment with the result. So instead of that, if you take up, some Indian authors and academic research, that will be much easier. Okay, I do not want to underestimate, but it is the fact in general.
That's right. Yeah, for beginners, I'm a beginner, so like Indian
Correct.
IEEE paper only be good for me.
Correct. I'm saying all those things. Yes, please.
Same. Once we select CNN or one paper, right? The other two papers, it should be RNN and transformers, or it can be even.
No, it can be similar domain. Domain is important. Implementation approach may be same, maybe different. It doesn't matter.
No. Actually, they are trying to maybe saying one for separate and try to compare the hyperparameter performance or computation.
Yes, absolutely. So domain is the same. Now, in the paper itself, definitely when multiple author has implemented the same paper or same data set, their approaches are already different. So this reference already will give you the same domain, but different approaches. And that is what we need.
Need not to be RNN specifically, because in the assignment, it mentions CNN/RNN/transformers, right? So
yes. So see, again, CNN, RNN are the implementation. These are different approaches. Those may be same, maybe different, it doesn't matter. Even those are same, other parameters may be different. Okay, maybe 3 papers already they have taken CNN, but their number of layers may be different, their hyperparameters are different. So already those approaches are different, and that is okay. What we need already we got. We need to select 3 papers. 3 papers in similar domain. Their observations are also in more or less similar. From those observations, we need to compare, and we need to find out, we need to give our observation, that what we observe from these 3 papers.
Actually, what I see is that transformer is for parallel computation. Actually, if you wanted to optimize the computation time and all, in that case, transformer will give a better result compared to other two. Okay, and CNN in other cases it will give. Those kind of scenery is there. So what are the hyperparameter you are selecting? And if you wanted to see this hyperparameter only, I see all the 3 algorithms, how they are behaving. Then you can compare and you can test. Yes. Correct. Then finally your conclusion will be yes. For parallel computation, transformer will be giving you the better output, best output compared to other two. For this hyperparameter, this algorithm is giving better. For this parameter, this is giving. Like this way, we have to conclude.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I think then we'll just go with this. Like, I think probably we'll start with it, and then we can meet up again in the next week.
Actually, we can start with any particular say 2-3 paper after selecting, finalizing. Let us try to map to the Kaggle some codes and all. Work on that particular for each algorithm. That one, let us run and see how for this parameter how it is behaving. So that one practice work we can do.
Correct.
Yeah, I think we can do that, and then probably like we can meet again. Someone has queries or something, we can meet
Then
again.
actually individually first actually one set can we start together here so that we can get a confident how we can go ahead. So that will be good.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, I think the codes are available in Kaggle, right? So if you're able to find some papers in or like relate to that in Kaggle, then it is good. So we can start with that. It's okay, like we can meet again subsequently in the next week and then see where we are, and then probably we have only 1 week, right?
Yeah, actually, so we have to meet maybe alternative days or every 3 days. So actually, at least one practice we
Probably
have
the
to meet.
Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
Friday or Sunday we can meet. So Manoj, that's fine, right? I think we'll just work on this and then we can just meet again.
If anybody having any other idea, any approach, you can share us.
Ajay, I
One
found one thing.
suggestion. Sorry, one
Please.
suggestion I have is go for the topic which has maximum number of resources available. If
That's
we take a
correct.
complex one, right, finally
That's
the mark will be at stake.
correct. It is definitely a good suggestion. Now, for example, if I want to give in the same kind of thing, should I project my paper?
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold on. If I can find out the resource. Okay, let me project my paper. Project my screen. Okay, I will not take much time, maybe 5 minutes at max.
No problem. Yeah.
Okay, so I am still searching for right idea, because if you talk about my fascination, then I would like to do with medical image processing. But if you talk about the completion of the assignment, then I find something else. So here, wild animal classification may be one easier domain we can find. So now, in general, we know the goal, that finally they will be trying to compare or find classification, right? It's a pure classification problem. So they will try to identify this thing. So this is the common goal we know already. Now, while searching this papers, so what I try to find out the easy papers where the citation will be much more, implementation will be much less complex, and we can find out the proper data sets also. Now, so this is the one very interesting paper, if you can see, and looking at the paper, you can understand. So this paper was made, some students or professors in India. Okay. By name itself, you can find out all are from India. So this is a professor. This is also professor. This is, I think, maybe Infosys, or somehow they are linked to the education something. But anyway, so this is the preambles part. That is not very serious. As I know how this thing works, that's why I am telling all those. Then if you go with this paper, you'll be getting the quite simple form of representation, and whatever already taught in the class, they are also following the same thing. Now VGG, this thing, ResNet, Inception, all those models they have implemented. Now see, their result is pretty bad. See, the model is not regularized properly, as well as we are getting, different kind of training and validation things. So already this paper has a lot of scope of improvement. I'm talking scope of improvement means I'm talking what they are expecting and beyond expectation. So improvement of the paper. So this paper easily we can follow. Now here we are coming about the data set. So they are taking 3 data sets. If I talk some cat, let me tell you. See, cat, cow, dog, panda, sheep, and squirrel. So they have taken 6 data sets. Now, in our data set, we can take these 6 animal, or we can take anything else. We can take tiger, lion, and other kind of animals also. It doesn't matter. What matters that finally we'll be comparing what is our accuracy we are getting. Okay, in our VGG model, in our implementation, we are getting, say, 90% or 85% something. Those things we'll be comparing. Anyway, further details we can extract from the references, and they have given enough references.
Yes. One question is there. Suppose they also have, you go to that algorithm, that person, go to that.
Oh, they have implemented the standard 5 things.
Wait. Suppose they have used this algorithm, or in your algorithm, maybe you have taken some other data sets and all.
Yes.
That will very much But
Yes, there is
almost.
no. So that is the thing I'm saying. If in our data set, if we use the same model as it is, possibility we are not doing anything. I mean, we are not doing any model tuning, model parameter tuning, right?
Yeah.
Then it will completely depend on data set. We don't have anything to do. But
yeah, then we have to fine tune also apart from data set also.
Exactly. Yes. There is a scope of improvement. The reason I'm trying to point out there is a scope of improvement because their accuracy is quite less, at least one or two model, right? So when you are selecting the paper, focus this thing that in this paper itself, there are few parameters where there is a scope of improvement and I can quickly may able to get something better. Not necessary, but if you get, that will be great. I mean, professor will not look other parameters. Okay, you have increased, if you have optimized one parameter that is adequate to convince.
But generally, where 95, 93 came, it is more than because
Yes.
model generally will not give that much also.
Yes, yes.
We have.
So don't take these two model, then only take BGG and ResNet. BGG 16 and ResNet.
Maybe 53 to 64, 65 you can achieve.
Yes,
that much only.
yes.
So
yes,
that means you can tell you have improved compared to this what
Correct,
they have done.
correct.
That one we can tell.
Correct.
That we have to play.
And that is adequate. That is the goal of this exercise. Right. So this is one thing. But anyway, this finding a right source code and data set, that itself is another thing. And eventually those things are also not so difficult. Those things are also available. If you go for this classification and there are plenty amount of codes in GitHub and Kaggle are available. Okay, so we can start from there also. So this is about selection of the paper. My suggestion, I'm still at that area because I'm trying to select the right paper to justify the work. That's it. And few suggestion, if you go for older paper, that will again it will be make your life more easier. If you go for latest paper, that will make some more life complex. It is just a suggestion. Okay, so if you go paper something around 2000, 2005, 2006, those will be quite simplified paper. And recent paper will be more complex because already it has been cited many times and results are already optimized. Okay, I think that's all from my side for now.
One more addition here, like again, okay, that IEEE paper you shown, I saw one shortcut there. Let me
Yes.
share my screen. So here, so you told like Indian authors are easy. So like here, the author name are visited in, like we can able to visit the author names inside the OpenAthen itself. So here we can read the name. If any Indian names are there, we can get that papers easily.
That is yes, that is a a
Mohit,
general statement. See, actually, instead of that, in the IEEE Explore, you can search. You're giving your keywords, and you will be getting a list of names. Okay, so let's say speech recognition, right? Recognition, and we'll be giving say another keyword. Let's say RNN or CNN. We can give. So from here itself, you'll be getting list. And from there, you can look at the name and you can look at the year of publication. Okay, and you can also look at the name. So looking at the name itself, it will give a complexity intuition. Okay, so for example, I'm not opening any paper because I'm still searching for simple papers.
also looks somewhat little complex.
No, it is not a complex. It is a very straightforward. If you are in this publication world or research world, then it is not a complex thing. It is quite straightforward and simple thing. Okay. Anyone has published any paper? Just I'm asking for curiosity.
UG, I published one paper, but like that is like kind of a simple thing only. That time we don't know how to publish like this much technical way. So like we are did in a little um, diagrammatic way only. We are pasted like that kind of thing.
Okay, was it in a Spring or SEM kind of thing? IEEE?
IEEE only, Ji, like
IEEE
we are
Explorer,
helping
right?
our professors to publish.
Okay, fine. So that could have helped a lot, but still you understand the fundamental. That is important.
Yeah, that's all, Ji, here.
Okay, see, I got a paper where the first two authors are Indian. Rest of the authors are from foreign country. I believe this paper will give you a lot of insight, and it is comparatively easier, and its citation will give you all other remaining 2 or 3 papers. Okay, but still it is not the best because still few of the authors are not from India. So probably it's a joint paper, and they might have published from foreign university or somewhere else. So this is the way you can select your paper. First level of iteration. Okay, so just I'm saying. So just the way I have identified this paper, I think just I have indicated here, right? You may get, and definitely you will be get. There are huge IEEE publications are happening from India itself. Okay, it is a simple trick, not a great trick research world, but just for us, for academics, we are just exploring the possible easy way, right? Okay, fine then. I think today we have discussed.
Yeah, I think fine then. I think we can probably connect again. So I think we'll try to search the same way, like either UATNs or through Kaggle, and then we'll try to find suitable papers.
Correct.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, and then thanks, Panimala.
Okay. Thank you, Mani. Thank you, Manoj.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Arad.
Thank
Yes,
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.